As you may know, keeping many frogs involves a lot of feeding. If you've ever wondered what I feed my amphibians, this is a little list of what I feed them. So, to begin off, whenever you're feeding your frogs or reptiles, whatever you're feeding, whatever you feed the feeder is going inside your reptile or amphibian. For example, if I'm gut loading my crickets of Rapashi superfood, the frogs will be eating this stuff, which is full of lots of nutrients. This is one of the things that I feed my crickets. It's also very important that your feeders get the correct diet of food so that your frogs get the correct diet. And these are just two of my favorite things to use as a dry food kind of. Right here, these are like these little blue squares that are kind of squishy. I use those to hydrate my crickets and spray down them with water. Right here I have Rapashi superfood, which is bug burger. And it's like this little dry powder they mix with water, and it works really well. I've been using this for a while now. And lastly, something very important is with frogs and amphibians and lizards, you need to supply them with calcium so that they don't get bone diseases. This is very important because if you do not give them their calcium, they will get these diseases which can be very harmful towards the pet. Since these are in captivity, they don't receive the amount of calcium that they need in the wild, so this just helps them give more calcium. Moving onwards, right here we have baby mealworms. Now as you can see, this is what they normally look like. But after a while they turn into a chrysalis, which eventually turns into a beetle like this. Right now, I am running out of baby mealworms, so I'm gonna have to go to the store and get some more of these soon. Overall, this is a great feeder insect to feed any small reptiles and amphibians. Next up is a species of roach, which is called the dubia roach. And these are also a very good food source for larger reptiles and amphibians. On a regular basis, normally I feed my frogs baby ones of these that are smaller. Right now, I only have larger ones like this that I got from the pet store, and these should be breeding here soon to give me some babies. As you can tell, most of them are still young adults. Right here we have an adult female. The adult females have a black colorization and like kind of brown wings at the front of them. And adult males will have these really skinny, long wings coming out from their head. And right here, as you can tell by the yellow colorization, this is going to be a male when it's older. This is a young adult male right here. And what's really nice about dubia roaches is that they never really die. They're flightless and they cannot climb. I've been using these things ever since I got into this hobby, and they're just amazing feeders for frogs. They last a while. They last a lot longer than crickets do, and they're a really good food source for them. So lastly, right here we have banded crickets. They're also known as just crickets. And as you can see, we have some in the dirt. I put the dirt in there so they can lay some eggs so I can hopefully have some babies. And then right here we have some feeding on the blue gel that I was talking about earlier. Crickets are definitely one of the normal staple foods for white tree frogs and just most tree frogs in general. They're also a really cheap food for frogs. Now, crickets are a really good food source and are amazing to feed. The only problem that I've seen is that they die really easily and quickly. I supply them with food almost every day, not only with these dry foods, also with fresh veggies and fruit. And they just seem to die really quickly, so if you do buy crickets, I encourage to try to feed them fast. And I know there's more ways I could prevent from the crickets dying. It's just one of their main problems about this feeder. Before this video ends, this is not a sponsor. I just want to put this in the description if you'd like to buy this. It is definitely one of the most amazing food sources, and it's really good for roach species, even fruit flies, and crickets. So I will leave this in the description if you guys want to pick up some of this. Overall, all of these feeders are a really great thing to use for your reptiles and your frogs. So I would definitely recommend using some of these feeders, and there are many more feeders out on the market. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. I hope you really enjoyed. I hope you found some new feeders to use for your reptile hobby. I will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye everyone.